So I'm sitting in a house in Blanca that we have for sale exclusively. This house was built in 1998. So the original owners, they told me when they bought the plot, the roads were in here, but pretty much it was like open fields. There was a cottage close by with sheep. There were the houses which they were shown by a legendary real estate agent at the time called Sylvester. So I'm here with Sylvester. Peter has been on the coast for quite a while.
Yeah, since 1978.
Wow, okay. And the reason I invited you today to this house in particular, in Caio Rossini, is because, just coincidentally, you sold this plot.
With the project.
With the project.
Yeah.
To the owner that I met and then sold it to my clients.
Christine and Diego da Silva.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, 25 years ago,
yeah.
you sold them the plot.
Yeah.
So
a bargain price.
It must have been compared to now.
Compared to now, absolutely. I mean, what they spent on the plot and the build will probably buy them perhaps a penthouse. That's all. An apartment. Build them a luxury villa in Sierra
Blanca.
No.
So you were selling here when Pedro
Rodriguez had come over from America.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. And he had the dream of developing Sierra Blanca. And his company was Sierra Blanca Estates.
Yeah.
At that time, and I think Pedro must have retired. I think he's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
So
it's like 52.
He's he's about 52.
But when you came here in the 90s,
yeah,
when he did his master plan, were there roads in, or was it?
Yeah, there was a main, I would call it a fan shape.
Yeah.
With 3 roads parallel to each other around the fan, and a few intersecting roads. And the plots were, I think the minimum plot was 2,000 square meters.
Right. This gives you a bit of a history of Sierra Blanca, because now in Sierra Blanca, we're surrounded by houses. I think there's roughly 300 plots in Sierra Blanca. It's pretty consolidated. I would say that 90% of those plots are built, at least. Very few plots left to buy, of which you're probably looking at minimum 1,000 to 1,800 per square meter, depending if you have a sea view or not. And because it was one of the first plots bought, it's one of the best plots in Sierra Blanca. So you've got amazing sea views from this property. Was security planned at that stage? Or was
security was planned. Well, it didn't exist at that time.
Really? Okay.
No, it didn't exist. There was no security
Probably didn't
houses.
need it.
No, you didn't need it at that time. No. But obviously, you know, the world we live in now, security is very important.
Yeah. Another feature of Sierra Blanca would be that a lot of the roads are named after famous composers, such as Vivaldi, Mozart. We're on Caio Rossini, Puccini, which is the street next to us.
The favourite architect was César de Leyva, of course.
César de Leyva, yeah, who did this house.
Who did this house, and I think without exception did every other house that I sold.
Really? Wow, amazing.
César's, I think he's still around.
Yeah, he's still around, very much alive.
Yeah. And at the bottom of the road.
Yeah.
If he's a student there near the Pirelli.
He's like an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
He's full of beans.
Great guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So typical, you when you go in a César de Leyva house, you know it's a César de Leyva
house.
Exactly. And this is no exception.
What interests me is so when you were selling here when it started.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to sell? Because I mean, you're selling an area which is totally, now it's quite easy to think, this is an established area, it's full of money, but when you're selling like a giant house in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I think to be within the environment of Marbella actually to be in the postal area of Marbella, which is what matters. If you're not in the postal area, you can't really say you're living in Marbella.
Yeah.
And at that time, there was very few places which had offered new infrastructure with all of the services. There's a lot of old infrastructure that would have gone back to the 70s with you know, bad electrics and bad water and things like this. Here, everything was state of the art for that time.
Yeah.
So you had very good roads and very good communication.
So this house, I mean, Christina told me that when, well, not house, plot. You told her this was the next big thing, Sierra Blanca.
Yes, absolutely.
And you were right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Quite unusual for an agent.
Yes. Yeah, no. To me, it was the logical move that was made in Marbella. You know, there's this massive stretch of land, or plot of land, above Marbella, which was open to exploitation.
Yeah.